Time now for the morning rush. A new fire in northeastern New Mexico has already burned more than 300 acres, 30 miles southwest of Springer. There are no current evacuation warnings at this time, but residents just south of Gonzalito Mesa, you should be prepared to evacuate if need be. We'll keep an eye on this for you. Nearly a week after the deadly McBride Fire began in Ruidoso, residents are now allowed back to their homes. As of this morning, that fire has burned more than 6,100 acres. It's about 80% contained. The fire has been contained on its northernmost front. In the meantime, north of Ruidoso, the Nogal Canyon fire is up to 42% contained. That blaze has burned more than 400 acres in size. It's damaged 14 structures. Some evacuations have been lifted. The Hermit's Peak fire has also continues to burn this morning, just north of Las Vegas this morning. So far, it's burned more than 7,500 acres. It's about 46% contained. San Ignacio, County Road A3A, Canancito, and Penadrillas Village, you're all still under mandatory evacuation status. Erica.
And here's a look at our hourly forecast through the morning commute. Temperatures in the upper 40s, low 50s now, and we'll climb into the 60s by 10 a.m. We'll be warming up quickly, but seeing more cloud cover by the midday.
New details into the shooting at a DK gas station in northeast Albuquerque. Police say 32-year-old Dominic Sanchez was shot on Tuesday and died on Friday after being taken to UNM Hospital. A second victim, 42-year-old Kenneth Sweetwater, was also shot and died after being taken to the hospital. Police have not identified a suspect in this case. Two teens are dead this morning after shooting at a Roswell park. Roswell police say 15-year-old Cameron Luna and 16-year-old Jorge Armendariz were sitting in a car at Cahoon Park around 5 p.m. on Saturday. That's when a car drove up and at least two people shot at them, killing them. Anyone with information, you're asked to call Roswell police. Erica.
And here's a look at the metro threat the threat index today. It's lower. We will see some light afternoon breezes and elevated fire concern across the west.
After 8 weeks of heavy shelling, Ukrainian officials say the city of Mariupol is close to falling this morning. The last forces defending the city are surrounded after they rejected an ultimatum this weekend to lay down their weapons or be eliminated. It's estimated that 2,500 troops are holed up in that city today. In the meantime, at least 6 people are dead, 8 others injured after a new missile attack hit in Ukraine's west this morning. Officials say at least 4 missiles landed near military, rail, and tire facilities that close to Lviv, destroying some of them. Today is the last day to file your tax return. A quick reminder for you, taxpayers, you have until midnight to file those returns. That's also the deadline for first quarter estimated tax payments for self-employed, small businesses, gig workers, and investments. Erica.
All right, check on traffic. The maps are looking clear. No accidents or slowdowns to tell you about. And Tracker is headed east on I-40 near the Big I. It looks like things are starting to pick up out there.
One company in California is finding a whole new use for 3D printing tech in a more delicious way. Sugar Lab is creating small detailed sculptures that are edible. Founder Kyle Von Hassel has also been collaborating with other chefs to create even more savory uses for the technology. Looks pretty cool, doesn't it?
Time now for the 5 facts. At number 5, for the 14th year in a row, one Arizona couple is making their way back to New Mexico for isotope season. When baseball is back, wife and husband Mickey and Len Roberts head back to Albuquerque to get to work for fun. Mickey monitors the El Jimador party deck, and Len ushers fans in section 106. The couple says another big draw for the annual trip is the food.
Number 4, it's been nearly a week since the deadly McBride Fire began in Ruidoso. It's not just current Ruidoso residents pitching in to help out. A Ruidoso native now living in Texas has gotten her entire community involved in her effort. Leslie Ann Kitten and her family left Ruidoso back in middle school. They have a cabin still in Ruidoso. Since then, she's been collecting water, food, and things people would need as if they were camping to help out her neighbors in New Mexico.
And at number 3, it is going to be a warm and quieter day. Those winds only up to around 25 miles per hour.
Number 2, Ruidoso residents forced to evacuate the McBride Fire are now allowed back to their homes. As of this morning, that fire has burned more than 6,100 acres in size. The fire has been contained on its northernmost front up by Eagle Creek. Flames are still on the eastern front with several hotspots along Gavilan Ridge. And finally, number 1 for you this hour, we have a new fire that firefighters are battling in the state. A fire in northern eastern New Mexico has already burned more than 300 acres in size. This is 30 miles southwest of Springer. There are no current evacuation warnings, but residents south of Gonzalito Mesa should be prepared to evacuate.